steps anyone today.
I'm Kevin Cottrell, and this is Ministry Spotlight. And today our guest is Marcus Knight, and he is the founder and CEO of Hand Up, Paid Forward, which is a nonprofit organization, and we're going to learn more about it. Marcus, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I've been a minister. I've been in the military, 4 branches of the service, which actually what brought me here to New York 3 weeks before the tower fell. I just decided not to let this place kill me and drive me away, so I stayed. And thanks to some politicians and some ministries who took me under their wing, I survived, overcame. And between that, Hurricane Sandy, and a couple other school shootings, I just needed to do something. I'm watching it all happen. I need to do something. So doing it as a minister and as a chaplain, I just need to do more. So I formalize Hand Up, Paid Forward.
Well, there's a lot of facets to the things you're involved with. Let's talk about one of them. You're partners with Unilever. They're interested in encouraging kids to pursue STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, mathematics. Tell us more about that program, and how does kindness, empathy, and racial tolerance fit into this whole mix?
Well, wanting to know what I could do personally to help them in their cause where they were trying to give back, especially for minorities and minority youth. They had this program that has never been in New York because they don't have offices here. So it was in Connecticut and New Jersey. They were offering a couple hundred kids seats to learn about STEM from executives within the inside, to give them the opportunity to get scholarships and paid internships and employment, starting like 70,000, 75,000 career-changing, life-changing things, but never to New York. So I was blessed that they saw what I did with boots on the ground, and they gave me the opportunity of creating a program called Kindness, Empathy, and Racial Tolerance, and that's really after the George Floyd situation. But I've been doing it 2 years prior. From there, we found out about their STEM program, and I, employed, can I have some of those seats to give to New York students? And so out of the 200 they were giving nationwide, I actually, between 50 and 100 of those seats, tried to capitalize on for New York. And New York right now was number 1 in the nation, by the way, with their response to the STEM. Since then, 3 years we've been doing it. It's now 1,000 seats. And so I would love to be able to take, 300 or 400 of those seats and disperse them throughout the country through HUPF. So my call to action is for churches, youth groups, teachers, and educational systems from across America to contact me, and with students who are interested in STEM, who have good grades, good attendance, who are serious and ready to go to college to pursue that. In doing so, I can put them in the seat, and we can make this available to Christians. Now, I will say that the Archdiocese of New York, the Catholic Church, found out about it first, and so they broke the ceiling. They had 38 kids register in the last program. The next one is in October, so it's like a month or 2 window to get a hold of me, and let's see across the country, state to state to state, can we get our kids in?
We're talking on this edition of Ministry Spotlight with Marcus Knight of Hand Up, Paid Forward. And we're discussing the program. Now, Marcus, why don't you let folks know how to get a hold of you if they'd like to?
Absolutely. First and foremost, my phone number directly to me, 646-296-9169. Again, 646-296-9169. My email is handuppf@gmail.com. That's HANDUPPF@gmail.com. The website to see what God is doing with us as a tool is handuppaidforward.org.
Now, here's another area you're involved in. There are hundreds of programs for and about being imprisoned, and even more about getting out and after you get out. But you've created the first pre-entry program that navigates inmates before they get in. Tell us about it. It's called Prisoncology?
Well, Prisoncology is, again, the first and only pre-entry. Right now, suicide is at an all-time high when people go in because they have, when the door locks, panic, you're going to change either to survival mode or adapt in the worst way to become worse than when you came in just to get through it. Prison Ecology is a roadmap that will show you the things you need to do, don't say, all along the way throughout your stay, regardless of how long. It's a 130-page manual that will guide and navigate you through that to keep your sanity, to keep your humanity. And it's the only thing in existence. We're talking to lawyers about your clients who are going to be going in and their families. Now, that's the biblical side. Because I'm the child of an incarcerated parent. I went to jail when he went to prison. I was susceptible to the entire world and every man with ill intentions to lead me who said, I care about you, I'll guard you, I'll fight behind me, I got you. I was just blessed personally. But in most cases, they're not. We're looking to partner with different organizations, too, that deal with, if they have it in churches, if you have a prison ministry, you need to add this to it.
And we'd also like to take a moment to speak with Guy Gaines, the gentleman who was involved in putting this together with you.
Thank you for having me on. Our whole idea of Prison Ecology is to provide a mentorship for those folks that are heading into federal prison. We put together a team that is going to help enable people to know a little bit more, to really be acclimated before you walk into prison. It's a very, very scary thing. I remember when I went in, my sentence was a draconian 13 years, and I really had no idea what I was heading into. When we put the program together, it was with the idea that no one would go into prison and not know. Not only that, we wanted to provide a mentorship as well as support for the families of those folks that are heading into prison. So our whole idea is to give comfort and, most importantly, knowledge of what exactly they're going to be looking at, something that's been very, very helpful. And frankly, it's a calling, it's a ministry for all of us.
That's Guy Gaines talking about Prison Ecology. This is Ministry Spotlight. We're talking with Marcus Knight from the organization Hand Up, Pay Forward. They're involved in a number of different areas, helping kids with the STEM program. We just discussed Prison Ecology. And there's so much division and violence within our schools. The nation's looking for answers, and your team's come up with kindness as an antidote. What exactly is a kindness school activation?
Imagine, if you will, a school that has 50 classrooms in it. And we go into this school and we actually put together a competition where each class competes to see which classroom can do the most acts of kindness within 7 days. So now you got kids, again, these rugrats, right, running around the school. You got teachers with piles of fruit and homemade cards on them. You got them going home asking Dad, can I mow the lawn? Can I sweep? You asking Mom, can I do dishes? And so on. And so arguing and even bickering and fighting over, can I do the chores? But then once they do those, they come back in the morning, and when they go into class, most of the time it's the homerooms, you start the class by each one saying who did acts of kindness today, and those who did stand up, and they announce to the class, this is what we did, our acts of kindness the night before, and so on. And once they're verified, they're uploaded to the social media. And so this is an amazing way of just promoting goodness and kindness and changing the atmosphere. Just something that most kids and even parents or families have never done. Sat around, conspired, gave serious thought to what can we do to be kind. And I'm telling you that after this is over, after the week is over, some of it lingers. Now imagine doing this on an annual basis. The top 3 classes, they get pizza parties. They get a Dunkin' Donut breakfast. They get a second, they get a trophy, a plaque. And then the top 3 individual students get recognized as well. Now, what I've done is I've actually contacted some of the mayors, some of the state senators, city council, and even them sometimes they have actually made appearances and honored those kids, those parents, and those teachers as well. This is something that's memorable so that the next time it sticks with them and they're going for it even more.
Marcus Knight joining us on this edition of Ministry Spotlight. He is the founder and CEO of Hand Up, Paid Forward. And Marcus, once again, for those that are tuning in or just joining us and they're going, wow, this sounds pretty interesting, give me more. Once again, let them know how to get a hold of you.
Okay. Well, again, specifically for the act of kindness activations, if you're in the educational system, a school, a teacher, or connected with the superintendent, by all means, you're the ones who want to contact me about that. But it's handuppf@gmail.com, handuppf@gmail. It's 646-296-9169. Call me directly. Let's change our classrooms, our kids, our community, and our homes.
From what I understand, you were a part of the aftermath of a couple of the school mass shootings, and for the last 3 years, your partner and team have been working on an invention that could have some much-needed security for kids and teachers in school. Can you tell me about the IB Shield?
Absolutely. This is amazing. Interconnecting ballistic shield. It hooks onto the back of the chair and in the classroom. They snap off, and when you put them together, there's a lever that connects them together. So if you put 5 or 6 of them together, you have a wall impenetrable to bullets.
And we're going to let your partner talk a little bit about it as well.
Hi, my name is Samuel Gonzalez, and I am the inventor of the IB Shield. And it's a method to provide a quick, safe, and effective method to protect against firearms-related incidents. In the last 22 years, we've been having more incidents than in the 19th and 20th century, all combined together. With this shield, we'll be able to incorporate it into the current methods of protection, which are the protocols to run, hide, or fight, but with protections.
And that was Sam Gonzalez, the partner working with Marcus Knight to develop the Protecting IB Shield for students in schools. There's a lot we've given you as far as information from the STEM program, science, technology, engineering, mathematics for students, a helpful prison program called Prisoncology, the Kindness School Activation, all part of the Hand Up, Paid Forward organization with Marcus Knight, our special guest on this edition of Ministry Spotlight. Marcus, give us your contact information once again.
My phone number directly to me, 646-296-9169. Again, 646-296-9169. My email is handuppf@gmail.com. That's handuppf@gmail.com. The website to see what God is doing with us as a tool is handuppaidforward.org.
And we thank you for joining us on this edition of Ministry Spotlight, sponsored by Hand Up, Paid Forward, Incorporated.